So what's up, people? This video is titled How Not to Play Mirage, T-side Mirage, featuring Cloud9 and Optic. So I wrote down a couple of things that I wanted to say. I hope this video is not going to run longer than, I don't know, 20 minutes. Let me set a clock right here. I'm terrible at editing, so I'm just going to do this off of YouTube. I would have gone into the server, but there's a bunch of pauses and we'd have to wait like a shit ton amount, really long time in between some of the rounds. So right here we see C9 against North. There's this PGL Krakow. This isn't forced by, and something I dislike seeing in any team is going into a forced buy without a notion of what you want to be doing. Forced buys are the rounds, and ecos are the rounds where you can enter a round with a preconceived ideas, and you should. Gun rounds you shouldn't. Gun rounds you should just be set on in default, taking map control, and then seeing what's what after all the information you've gathered. But forced buys, usually you want to enter the round with a preconceived idea. You want to have in mind something. I want to be pushing B. I want to be pushing A. I want to do a fast split. I want whatever you want to be doing. You don't want to be working for bigs. I don't think working for bigs on force buys is that good. I think you have Tech 9s. You can just use a bunch of flashes and execute and isolate the players you want to isolate. That was my point. Obviously, if you want to work bigs, then I'll make sure that you're peeking stuff that's tradable. Like ladder room is not tradable. It's like you can only peek cat room from one angle that's below window. I mean the crawl space in the cat room, obviously the vent. Okay, so next round. This ain't it. They're gonna just go A fast. Technical pause is what I meant. Right here, this first gun round. Oh man. Alright, so we're gonna see C9 right here. Take mid control, I like it, and then they go up connector without a connector smoke, or top connector smoke, or a cat smoke, right? So this is another basic rule. It's gonna work out in Stewie's favor. He's gonna be able to kill the cat guy, and the connector guy who peeked a bit too late. So what should have happened then? Even if you have two players, it doesn't matter. If you have two players, then you're fighting two 1v1s, right? This guy's fighting a 1v1 right here, and this guy's holding your connector. He has to hold your connector because you haven't smoked anything. So at best, you're fighting two 1v1, something you should never be doing in CS. We all agree, yes. On T side, I mean. Now, second thing, you're open to two different angles, so you can both be peaked at the same time, and say nothing loses his fight. Well, then Stu definitely dies, right? Say Stewie loses the fight. Well, nothing's dead. So you have to smoke either cat or top connector. This is like a basic fundamental rule in CS. I feel like every player should know this, even in fucking main. You should never be somewhere where you can be spotted from two different angles at the same time. You should be able to isolate people. Next up, or try your best to isolate people. I guess like they had a choice right then. Oh yeah, this is another mistake they're gonna make this round. So this is a 5v3. Look at what they're doing. The CTs can do one thing: take a risk. All right, fuck it. Let's go B. We have a guy pushed up A ramp. He doesn't hear or see anything, so we're gonna stack B with the two other players. We know someone could be in window flanking us. Right? It's a 5v3, and you have three players split up. So you're basically, this guy's holding by a 1v2. This guy's gonna help out. So he's probably going to be aware of the flank and of cat. This guy's also aware of cat. So what you should be doing in a 5v3, easy, everybody at the same time, group. Thanks. If you don't group though, the one thing you should be doing is this guy should go first. Without like they're even fucking peeking this. Because if he swings wide, sees the bomb, kills one guy, well, you're fucked. I'm not sure you can win this round. I mean, you can win this round, you're still 4v3, but you're not in a great position, right? So you need to be hiding. This guy needs to go first. He needs to gather information. Alright, I'm in A, nobody's there, or as we're gonna see, Shroud kills him, A ramp, he hears him, flanks. Oh! A's clear. There's 18 seconds left. You can't really fake. So all of this is useless. There's 20 seconds left and everybody's split up. Right? You put yourselves into this position. You had a 4-5v3. You were up connector, and you decided to fall back connector. Well, this time whoever's A should fall back and go B halls with everybody. Yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna go over for much longer. Oh fuck! I'm getting hungry. And the CT's even made a mistake. You saw right then, right? The Trout gets a kill, and then they started rotating. That's why they died, actually. Why? You're not gonna win this 5v2, man. Why are you rotating? Your best bet is just stay B and save your guns. I'm not sure why they tried to rotate. If that opera had stayed B, you would have gotten 1 or 2 kills, and the round could have been different. But yeah, it's still 5v3. So even mistakes won't really cost you the round more that often in a 5v3. Alright, next thing. Oh, this is Stewie going on a one-man mission. Is it Stewie? This is this round. No, it's not Stewie. Oh yeah, it is. So we're gonna see config right here. Why is Stewie by himself? What? What? Hey, buddy. Yo, what's up? Hey, what's up? Who's trading, man? So, admittedly, the config is stuck there, so they're gonna be able to trade. But at the same time, if the CTs were half smart, they would have flashed over mid from A, and someone else would have peeked connector and mid with this guy, and they would have been able to trade automatic. They should have been able to trade him. And say like there were more people here, like there's a guy up cat or something, and that flash gets everybody, and you get at least 1 more kill. You can't really flash and hope that this guy can can run back to connector. It's not really likely. They tried, didn't work. Fair enough. But Stewie should not go alone. That makes no sense. That's what Stewie reminds me a bit of Simple. That's what Simple used to do when he played on Liquid on this map. He used to go connector by himself every single round. Okay, something else right here. So C9 doesn't take mid control, as we see. If you don't take mid control, the CTs are going to be they should be turtled up in sites like this. These guys could play both in sites if they wanted. It's not that great, but in B, it's it is what you should be doing. Once you know that nobody's mid, right? They know nobody's mid at this point. The cat player just went to there's a bunch of smoke still in mid, so he went to clear mid. Alright, nobody's mid, fair enough. I'm gonna get back to B. And as he gets back to B, C9 throws an executed B, a bunch of smokes, and it allows him to walk all the way. Look at this guy, dude. Look at this guy. Look at config, dude. Why these people keep fucking having their knives out, man. Magis gets 1 kill. Config is in great spot, and C9 is not aware that he could be there. Like they're thinking that he's probably cat, and we've smoked him out, so we're good. And he wins them the round. So if you don't take mid control, be aware that the second player could be inside. Come on, man. What else is he gonna be? He's not gonna be cat. You don't have mid control. Why would he be cat? He's gonna be trying to help his teammate, or get into a prime position. So that's a mistake. I feel that's pretty big. Obviously, micro mistakes like don't run into B with your fucking knives out. That helps too, but they know it, obviously. Next round we got, apparently this one is 11-11. It's 10-11. 11-11, is this a pause? Fair enough. So this is, I'm going to talk about lurking for a second. You need to have good timing when you're lurking. He goes way too early. So your lurker on Mirage, when you execute A, should not go before your fucking game players are inside. What the fuck? You know what he's thinking, obviously. He's thinking, I'm gonna catch this guy, Cat, because all the smokes are flying through the walls, right? So the A players are calling that, yo, they're executing A. And the Cat player, all he wants to do is rotate, get there fast before the terrorist can get there. So you have a 4v5, right? So that's what he's thinking. He's thinking, oh, let me catch this Cat guy before he gets the connector. And he gets fucked. Also, I'm not sure why they smoke top mid, why C9 smoked top mid. If you don't take mid control, smoking top mid, like, it's not gonna do you any good. You're still A executing anyway, so whether there's one guy there or whether they're playing all passive, like, because you took, like, whether they're, obviously the smoke mid is designed to draw the attention of the connector and the mid player and the window player towards mid and not towards A. But then once you execute A, once you throw the smokes, first of all, your smokes take about 3 seconds to bloom, so they still have time to rotate. So that makes no sense. Like, if you would want to smoke top mid and then go fast A off of contact, great. You're probably fighting a 3v1 right here. It's not great, it's not optimal, but it's something you can do. So I don't see the reason of that smoke, because without that smoke, then Tim can hold the Cat drop without being seen from by these two players. So when you're lurking A, your timing has to be pristine. I wrote down here, you can do a bunch of things. If you want to play a bit more aggressive, you can spot Cat drop from top mid, and then move towards connector. If no CZs drop from Cat after, say, 10 seconds of the opposite team having spotted your A rush, right? So once all the smokes appear in A and then they've bloomed, then you guys get inside, right? The CT still had a guy there, so before you kill this guy, they're not all gonna rotate. For all they know, it's a fake because he hasn't seen anybody. So you need to get in. Your teammates need to be inside. Once they're inside, then at that point, it's a good time to lurk. Lurking always comes down to timing. So that was just very, very bad timing. Alright, next round. I said I want to try to be fast. We're up to 12 minutes right here. This is fucking long. What else did I have? I wanted to point something out right here this round, real quick. They're gonna be, it's a 3v4, right? Bombs on T-spawn. For some reason, Get Against Stewie does Stewie things. Man, I'd slap it. If I was on this team, I'd slap him. I'm gonna sneeze. Give me a second. Never mind. They're all split up. Not sure why. At this point, you should be grouped up. And it's 3v4. You should probably try it. Boost window. You still got a minute 10, minute 15. You got make control. Instead, nothing's gonna try to make a play on his own, and then two other players are gonna be on the opposites. Why are you faking? You're down numbers. What's this fake for? What the fuck? You're down numbers, man. A fake doesn't work when you're down numbers. Why? Because it's still a 2v2 here. It favors the CT. They're gonna die. Scott's gonna be holding CT. Cajun misplays that. This guy. Alright, so the CTs make mistakes. Fair enough. But they shouldn't be faking. They should have lost that round. And last thing about C9, 14-12, 14-12. Alright, less than 20 minutes. Let's go, Sammy. Oh yeah, this I like. I like the idea behind this, even though it's gonna work about 10% of the time. So they throw a fake execute at B. Okay, they throw 4 smokes at B, right? So the window player has got to go B. Obviously, he's got to go B. He's just gonna rotate. Then what they do is nothing throws his. Or like we're gonna see this right here. So they throw everything at B, then nothing. Then they wait like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Why not just show it? They throw everything. Oh, they haven't thrown anything. So they throw everything. They wait 15 seconds. It's kind of a fake, I guess. And then they throw everything a second. They throw like the remaining smoke at B, and then they walk 3 players up mid. So obviously the Cat player his attention has got to be towards B halls because they threw 5 smokes from B halls. So fair enough for him. The window player is still at B because they used 5 smokes at B. Fair enough. Now what I don't understand is this connector player. Why isn't he spotting mid? So this is the only reason why this worked. Is because this guy wasn't spotting. He should have been spotting. That's basic CS, man. Your mid player rotates B. One of the closest guy to mid rotates mid. It worked. I like the idea. Like it's got decent. Like the idea behind it's fairly good. It's a buggy thing to do because you're hoping that like you're basing everything on your ability to draw the attention of like players. Which, like this is it's something you should do like, on ecos for spy. It's not really on gun rounds. But you know, I just wanted to point that out. I thought it was funny. So fair enough. C9. A bunch of stuff. Stewie has to stop being a one-man army. He's not good enough to do that. Nobody's good enough to do that in the world. Like the gap between the top players, the best players, the best player and the second best player isn't wide enough where the best player can just his skill is just that much better than everybody else. It really isn't. Hell, if Rush is holding an angle against Cold Zero and Cold Zero pushes him, I'll give Rush the upper hand. Because he's holding the angle. He's got say he's holding an off angle. Alright, next we got Optic right here. We're gonna start. The first round is 10-8. 10-10. This is 10-8. Okay. Or back it up a little bit. So they try to take mid control without top mid presence. This guy, he can't go. He's by himself. Unless you smoke window, he can't really go there. This is something you should never do. You can't take mid control from underpass. It doesn't work because of this. He's holding an off angle. It's really an advanced position. If you had people top mid, then he can't be here, right? Because he could get flanked from close mid anytime. That allows him to get a kill and fall back. So that's basically it. Obviously, as well, someone could have been right here on Cat Fan. Someone could have been on the window ledge. Not good. Not good. When you want to take mid control, have you should have more people top mid than underpass, or like even numbers 2-2 if you want to take mid control of 4 people. Next round is gonna be 10-10. This is 10-9. 10. This is much quicker than the last video I made. 17 minutes. Alright, they don't make that many mistakes, so I have a rant a bit later, but that's it. Okay. Optic doesn't take mid control almost ever, so you're gonna see that throughout this fucking half. You cannot fake. This is a fake. You can't fake without mid control. This is never gonna work. For 2 reasons. First, this guy shouldn't even be peeking mid. He should be in B side. So if the 2 players in B drop, it's a 2v2, and the CTs only have to look at one angle. It favors the CT. CT should win this 99% of the time. So these 2 players are gonna die. Most likely, at best, they're gonna get 2-for-1. I mean, at best, they're gonna get 2-for-0, obviously. But usually, they're gonna get 1 kill and both get killed. They're gonna get traded. So you're now as terrorists, you're down 3v4 in a site, right? So say these guys are playing passive, or even they started rotating for some reason. They shouldn't, but say they started rotating. You're still in a 3v4 with bomb planted A with no advanced positions. You can't be pushing CT. You won't be up connector, unlikely. And 3v4 post plant positions favors the CTs. Even a 3v3 favors the CTs in A. A is retake. It's easy to retake. To me, it's hard. It's harder to hold than to take. So you can't do that. That's why you can't do that. If you had mid control, then this guy has to look at mid, and then you have a 2v1. So not the end of the world, but even then, it's not great. So they're gonna lose this round. They're gonna end up losing this round. To me, I've got really 3 rules when on when you should be doing a fake. You have at least to tick 2 of the 3 for a fake. For the fake to be remotely effective. So first, you need map control. Second, you need map control. You need to be able to deny information from the CTs. That's how a fake works. If they don't know where you are and you throw a lot of your utility somewhere, they need to assume that you're gonna go there because they don't have any other information. So you need to have map control. You need to be up numbers. Fuck. I didn't write this down. What was the third thing? Up numbers, map control, and yeah, your executes have to have worked. Had to have worked. Yeah, have to had worked. Who cares? So prior, obviously. So if you want to fake A, well, at least do your executes once or twice, and like they need to at least have worked once. If you've never been able to take A, why would they rotate someone else? They won't need a third or fourth guy there, right? Obviously, but if they can't hold it, then the rotate is going to come up. They're gonna really quickly rotate, early rotate, to make sure that you don't take it that time. So follow those 3 rules, and your fakes will work. But faking in this game is fairly hard. If you're up numbers, and you have map control, your fake is almost always going to work. The CCs have to take a chance, so they're just going to be guessing at that point, and their best guess, like they're going to guess based off what you do. 10, 12, 10. This next round, what happened? Oh yeah, again they're gonna fake B and then go underpass. I'm spoiling this, but and then they're faking B, going underpass, and trying to split mid to A. You cannot split mid to A without top mid control. It's rarely gonna work. So yet again, just refer to the prior point. You don't fake without map control. So they tried to go there, to send a bunch of people there. It didn't work, and they were like, alright, let's go underpass then. Because there's an opper, they don't want to fight the opper. So they go up underpass to get a bunch of kills. I don't even care if they win the round. Is it a 3v3? No, that's it. I don't have anything else to say. 13, 10 apparently something happens. Or 12, 11. This is the round. Oh fuck, oh man. This round tilted me so hard when I first watched it. Alright, so the first round you go mid. Finally you take mid control properly. You send a bunch of people top mid. You smoke top connector. You just did. Okay? You smoke cat. Now, window. And your plan isn't necessarily to split B at this point, right? You're just defaulting. The CT pushes B. He just pushed there. You get the kill. Free B. What's your instinct? And go B. Everybody fucking go B. Just explode. You have everything. You've smoked connector. You've smoked window. You've got 3 players close up cat. This guy can run all the way, get the bomb, and go B halls if needed. Like, I don't understand what's going on right here. What? Look at this. Look at this fucking mess. What is this? What are you fucking doing, man? Oh, that tilted me so hard. It still tilts me. It's like the 3rd time I've watched this. How is the cat player allowed to walk all the way back to a van? He'll even get himself up in the fucking B halls. That's insane, man. That is insane. Fucking insane. I am so angry at these guys. Rush should have kept on running. God, if everybody runs, he'll get the information. Hey, there's only one player left to B. Why would there be 2 left? And even if there is 2 left, you still need a 4v2. Say they stacked B for some reason. I don't know why they would, but say they did. Like, in every single situation, you should have pushed B. Look at this shit, man. This tilts me. Alright, next thing. I don't get why you want to reset after a 5v4 when you're all in prime position to just take the fucking side. A quick aside, this is like doing, so say you're playing on cash, you know the CT operator likes to peek B cross on cash, right? There usually is two players there usually are two players at B. No, there usually is two players at B, right? There are two players at B. Oh, who cares? And yeah, there are two players at B more often than not on cash, right? And your operator on T side has great. He's got a great spawn. He's like, I want to peek this guy at B. You're like, fair enough, let's go. And you're gonna send two other players with him, not one, two. Why? Because if he does get the kill, then you just push B. It's a 3v1. You trade a guy. The GG, well played. You win the round. Like 9 times out of 10, you're gonna win this round if you send 3 players B and your operator gets the entry. Same thing happened there, except that the 3 players were mid, and then your single player got a kill. It's not the same thing, but you know, same. Situations are similar. Okay. 1310. It was never 1310. Okay. Yeah. We see this throughout. I'm not sure if I can spot a quick. Not that round. Yeah. Why is Tarek going down mid? When you're A executing, you should be pushing mid fast, going fast connector. What is this solo mission? What the hell? What are the odds that you're gonna catch someone going up connector? First of all, it's whoever the cap player is gonna rotate, he's gonna hear you, so that's never gonna work. Tarek does the same thing as Stewie, except he's not as good. His aim isn't as good. And I think that, yeah, that's it. That's it for the demo reviews, I guess you call them, of those two T sides. In brief, Optic needs to take mid control a lot more, and they need to do it from top mid. Whoever's calling has to have, like, begin to develop fucking brain. Just that one mistake where you don't explode B just pisses me off. It's like doing contact play. You get the first kill and you all fall back. That makes no sense. Okay. So yeah, Optic needs to take mid control. C9 needs to stop fucking plugging the map. They're not organized. Like, they take mid at least, but a lot of the stuff they do is just based off of whatever Stewie does, and lets Stewie do whatever he wants. And peak angles, he shouldn't be peeking without smokes and stuff like that. So yeah, so that was how not to play T-side Mirage, featuring C9 and Optic Gaming. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm sorry for the background noise. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can comment below if you want to do, if you want me to do a full demo review of any game, really. I don't mind. I like talking. I like the sound of my own voice. So have fun, guys.